you can't expect like once you get on that journey for people to be on the same type of time as you. Like it's difficult, you know what I mean? Um yeah, like it's just one of them things where it's like I'm just happy that it found me, I found it, because I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I wouldn't go back to how I was, getting on. Um, you know, cause like now at 36 years old, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm just finding out who I want to. Like I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm just diving into like who I want to be, what I want to be. You know what I'm saying? And just being completely authentic, even if it don't. A lot of people don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm being authentic. I'm being 100%. You know what I mean? With any and everything I do. Just like, while on this journey, you're going to lose friends. You're going to lose family members. They not going to be on what you going to be on. Oh, damn, you eating this? What you eating? Grass? Oh, you don't drink? You don't turn up no more? You don't do this? You don't do that? Like, motherfuckers going to fall out your life. Friends, they going to fall out your life. Like, I noticed, and once I like started isolating a while back, but once I started really like understanding the isolation, I realized like I ain't got no friends. Every friend that I had or I encountered or crossed paths with, people like that I crossed paths with, it was based off of gain, like what they can gain from you, or just getting on. You know what I mean? Being in that whole mix of like drinking, getting high. Like every friend that I ever had, we met through that. Like it's people that outside of that, you get to know people. Damn, all right, we ain't at the bar. We ain't, you know what I mean? You in certain settings where it's like y'all holding conversation, y'all talking about life. And I got like pride on some real shit out of like hanging with over 50 people or just being associated with more than 50 people. Probably more than that. One person that I could say we talk about life. We talk about real things. You know what I mean? The future, shit like that. It ain't about turning up. It ain't about none of that. It's deeper than that, right? But I say all that to say, I had a situation where just recently, like maybe like a month ago, this nigga I was kind of cool with, whatever. We considered each other real like close friends, whatever. He was just doing weird shit, but it was like through the internet, through social media. Like I locked my hair, he locked his hair. I had a nose ring for like 4 years. Just recently, I peeped like this nigga got a nose ring now. Like, be admiring you. I don't know. A lot of y'all might be able to relate, but like, you ever had somebody admiring you from far or even from close, but won't give you? And I don't want no flowers, but you know what I'm saying? Or make it like that's what they wanted to do, or they wasn't influenced by you. You know what I'm saying? You didn't influence any of their stylish decisions, you know what I'm saying? And like I feel like he was one of them type of people, and I always noticed that about him, but I never really said nothing because he had his own little, little style or whatever, right? But I think he lost himself in like adulthood and like parenthood. Like shit got hard. It's hard for all of us. Fuck, I'm learning every day how to be a dad and how to take care of responsibilities and get better every single day. And I think like he was cool when we was young. We ain't had no responsibility, you know what I'm saying? And shit looked cool, but once we became adults, I feel like this nigga just lost himself, right? Like lost his identity. So with all that being said, it was certain little shit that I would say on my story on Instagram, and then he would go say some shit, but indirectly to me. And I had no proof or no way of knowing that it was a shot at me or, you know what I mean, whatever the case may be. So fast forward, with all the weird shit in mind, right? Keep that in mind. I get a phone call out the blue. I went downstairs to like help my girl with something, like the TV or some shit was acting up. The Wi-Fi wasn't connecting to like the PlayStation or something. I go downstairs and probably was down there for 2 minutes. I come back upstairs, I say I got a missed call. So I tell my girl like, yo, guess who called me, right? But I missed the call, so she ain't really say much about it. It wasn't really much for her to say. She don't give a fuck, right? this one particular person that called me, we decent. But we go on hiatuses. We don't talk. Life be happening. He one of them niggas that I cannot talk to him for 2 years. We pick right back up. We pick right back, you know what I mean? Pick back up from where we left off at. So I'm like, I don't know. For some reason, I'm like, I don't feel like calling him back, right? I don't feel like talking. But then something was like, man, just call that nigga back. Stop being like that, right? Because I'm in my bubble. I'm isolated. I'm real heavy isolation boy. I call him back. Yo, bro, what's up, bro? I'm like, what's up with you? Ain't shit. We just sitting here talking. I hear the we. We just sitting here talking. We taking some shots. Me and bro, he in the background. He can hear you. So I'm like, he say his name. I'm like, what's up with you? What's up, nigga? Now mind you, I see cuz every now and then, cause he work at a little spot that I might, I slide past here and there. And it's love, handshakes, whatever like that. Yo, hit my line. So it's always that when I see him, right? Before this phone call took place, it's always, yo, hit my line, bro. I fuck you, my brother. All this Joe shit. And so then the conversation happened, fast forward with this whole thing. And I'm just like, in my mind, I wasn't thinking about it at the time, but when I got time to reflect on the situation, I said, this nigga been had my number. He don't call, he don't check up. He talk all this bro shit. He don't talk about, he don't call and check in, none of that shit, right? He don't, phony shit. So I say whatever I say to them. The person that initiated the call, like, yo, I gotta hit you back, bro. I'm hit you back. I'm like, all right. I holler at my lady, cause she like, you know what I mean? She like my voice of reasoning. So I'm like, yo, that shit didn't feel right. Like, this nigga in the background. And I noticed, like, even every time I didn't, you know what I'm saying, encounter or been around certain shit, he always gotta have somebody around him to navigate the conversation or pulling me in. Yo, what's up, bro? Get bro on the line. So I called back like, yo, what's such and such at? Let me holler at him real quick. I called his phone, he didn't pick up. And this is all I said. Oh boy, I said, yo, bro, where's such and such at? Let me holler at him real quick. Put that nigga on the phone. He must have had me on the speakerphone. I had a nigga in the background. Yo, who the fuck this nigga talking to? We ain't kids no more, bro. I get active, bro. I really put work in. Like, it blew my mind. It blew my mind for a number of reasons. Where the fuck did what I say warrants it for you to say what the fuck your response to be what it was? For two, you a pussy. You a turkey. So I was just confused about a lot. Like, you a bitch, right? Straight bitch, cold bitch. You know what I'm saying? Ain't never put no work in, can't fight. And it just blew my mind, like, where the fuck all this energy come from? So I ain't, I go there. I'm turned up, you know what I mean? I'm and we going back and forth. He drunk and shit, mind you, right? You know what I mean? So he's saying all this tough guy shit. This is how anybody that know this guy. Some people might watch the video, they know what I'm talking about, but anybody that know this guy know when he get that shit up in him, he the toughest nigga walking the planet. And fast forward, that was a disastrous situation, right? And I was able to talk to the person that I was actually kind of real decent with, and we talked, and he he just let me know some things. And I'll just say this, with the things that he let me know, I hope that brother find his way, because I could speak from experience of abusing alcohol, and I lost relationships. I lost good relationships that was worth keeping. I lost some things, like some things that meant something to me while indulging and being addicted to drinking alcohol. So I know what that's about, and I know he lost. You know what I'm saying? And so, again, with the spiritual side of me was, trying to get me to zen out and not, refrain to the older side of me, you know what I'm saying? And it worked out. Nothing negative happened, everything, what was what it was and shit. And I was proud of myself in that moment, but I also learned something in that moment. Like, when you on this journey, be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you know what I mean? Because when God activates you, and activate your light and your aura, it's gonna shine light on a lot of shit that was in the dark, a lot of shit that, you know, been in the dark for a long time, or maybe that you couldn't see. I say that to say, like, with that situation, you know, I just was like, yo, God really, he listening to me, he hearing me, he exposing shit, he getting shit away from me, he separating me from a lot of things, of whether it's family, friends, nothing is exempt, uh you know, other than my children. You know what I mean? And on this journey, you going uh you going to see a lot. You know what I mean? And so I just wanted to share that, like, you know what I mean, how crazy and how weird things going to get, but just keep going, don't stop. You know what I mean? You rather be on this path than on your old one. You know what I mean? You rather be doing this than the old shit. You know what I mean? You rather be isolated than around a bunch of niggas and bitches and you know, situations that don't mean you no well, no, you know what I'm saying? Don't mean you no good. So it's gonna be hard at first, especially if you're a party in person, or a person that just be in the mix a lot, and you gotta have this, it's gonna be hard to detach from them things, but just keep striving, man. I'm telling you, it's worth it to go through that and come out on the other side, like, you know what I mean? Because that's what I'm doing now. Like, you know, I was the typical nigga, running around chasing chicks, you know, getting fly every day, wasting money, getting on, turning up, celebrating nothing. I was also, you know, a working man, family man, but I also was in a situation with that I wasn't happy. I was helping everybody, but I wasn't helping myself. You know what I mean? And it landed me in this position that I can only be thankful for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was blessed. The land on my feet, if you will. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just be on this spiritual path, and just unlocking, you know, all of this shit that's, you know what I mean, within me, that I ain't even know I had within me. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, even with me trying to build this channel up, it's to just touch base on a lot of different topics, really just a life type of channel, and just, you know what I mean, bettering, you know, ourselves, and deprogramming, you know, from the things that we thought, you know, was the way. But yeah, this, you know, appreciate y'all for, you know, if y'all tapping in, listening, like, comment, subscribe, dislike, you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Till the next time, no shit like that.